I know. See, bro. Yes, he is outside the top 10, but that's a bullshit pick, though.
How's a bullshit pick? It
Nah,
fits the regiment that we.
yeah, but I ain't the same caliber of lane of picking that. That's bull. No,
It
no.
meets the criteria that we set forth.
That you bent that. You've been in this criteria. That's some bullshit. No, not Justin. Not a former. Not a former consistent top.
Not a former top tenner.
Not a major
Okay.
winner as of the last 2-3 years. No. What's going on, everybody? We are here beyond the fairway. Myself, Will Lowery, along with Doug Smith, aka Dougie Fresh, and we're not at home. We are somewhere. Where are you? You still in Ohio? You seem like you in.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
out there? Is this a bootleg? Where are you? Where are you?
No, I'm still in Ohio, but I just feel like I needed to, make it look a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Let me get into the mode. You know what I'm saying? It's Open Championship week, my favorite freaking major. So, I had to get into the spirit, if you will.
Yeah, this is well, yeah, this is a very important week, especially you and I golfers. This is the 34th edition of the Barracuda Championship here, and that was bullshit. All right, go ahead, Doug. As you were.
That's where you want to take this. That's how we starting off with the Barracuda champion. Okay, all right.
You messed it up by saying I'm at the Open, but I was like, you fucked it up. So anyway.
Yeah, but you're right, Will. It is the Open Championship week, Barracuda week for the people that's playing in the off event. Good luck to y'all, but that's not what I care about. Let's just be real.
What? You don't
But
care
check
about
this.
these stories? Hold on. You don't care about these stories that can happen at Barracuda?
I love how much you care about the underdog stories and the people that
Yes.
are
I'm a storyteller. I'm a
expanding their
story.
stuff. But man, let's talk about the majors, man. That's where we at right now. It's
Before we
major.
go, let me get back my storyteller. One of our boys had their very first win at the Barracuda Championship. That's all I'm saying. That's why the story is so important. He's a good friend of ours. As we move on, shout out to Nota Begay, the third. Okay, go ahead. As you were. Go
or
ahead.
Will McKenzie. Will McKenzie also won the Barracuda. Or
Or
we could
or
let's shout out
Greg
Ches Reevy too. You know what I'm saying? And hell,
Greg Chalmers, sucker.
Akshay Batia is going to back it up this year. We go back to back.
I got my money on Chris Stroud. I don't know if he in it or not.
I hate you so much. Oh, Luke Clanton coming back. No, I'm just playing. Um, but
Scott
you know
Pierce.
what?
Go ahead.
Look,
All right.
but okay, I appreciate where you're taking this. But here's something that I struggle with because we don't see much Tiger. We don't get to see Tiger. Look, I'm already in Tiger fever right now. We don't get to see much Tiger. Look, I was at the Columbus Zoo today, and I made sure I saw the Tiger just to get in to the Tigerness of this week. But here's my dilemma because I feel like every time in the last 3 years, Tiger comes out. There's a bunch of media around Tiger Woods playing, and look, I'm the biggest Tiger fan. It doesn't get bigger, honestly. But he's let me down so many times, Will, with lackluster play and withdrawals. And there's a lot of good reports this week saying Tiger's, he's had a lot of good training sessions. He's feeling better than he's felt before. But Will, are we gonna allow ourselves to get caught up in Tiger mania again, only to be potentially let down again by Tiger?
Typically, I want to stay away from the Tiger talk because again, I don't want to get let down as well. However,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
however, during the U.S. Open press conference, I can't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Tiger was stating things like, I'm not giving up. Like the way that he was really kind of talking to the camera and being, with much conviction. I'm not done. Like I still believe that I can play. And with him being, very direct, as a matter of fact, I'm back at him. The Open Championship is a place where you can be north of 50 and still have opportunity to win. So, still kind of takes me back to the days of Todd Watson when he lost to Stuart Sink in the playoff. Like I believe this is where you can kind of get the mojo back, and Tiger still know how to play the game. This is not a lot. It's not a hilly course, so he might could do some something remarkable here.
Well, I tell you what. talk about Tiger being able to play. The news out of Troon already has been phenomenal because you got Colin Montgomerie talking shit. One, Colin Montgomerie, have you earned the right to talk shit, especially about Tiger Woods? I don't know, Will, if you caught this yet, but Colin Montgomerie basically is calling for Tiger's retirement. Said he needs to go
Right.
ahead and just wrap it up, hang it up. And I feel like Tiger responded in the best way. Let's go ahead and take a listen real quick at Tiger's response to Monty.
Tiger, just to almost follow up on that, you've given so much to this game, you've given so much to this championship. But, there was comments, last week from Colin Montgomerie who said, why is he here? He should retire. There's no point to this. Do you feel that's a bit hurtful and you've earned the right to you make the decision when you decide?
Well, as a past champion, I'm exempt till I'm 60. Colin's not. He's not a past champion, so he's not exempt. So he doesn't get the opportunity to make that decision. I do.
That's what I mean. You've earned that. You've deserved it.
So when I get to be at his age, I can still make that decision when he doesn't.
That right there, Dougie, was if there's ever was a situation that a mic need to be dropped, that was it. That was definitely a mic drop because I mean
Oh
I'm
man,
not even Colin Montgomerie and he shut my mouth. I was like, damn, CM, you can't. There's
it,
nothing you can say right there. Nothing you can
but
say.
I feel like Colin Montgomerie did the worst thing that somebody could do. He poked the bear. He did poke the bear, and I
Now,
think
here's a
I
question
think
for you.
Tiger was gonna go in chilling, and now he's gonna come out guns blazing. I'm just
Did
saying,
he poke? Did he poke the bear like a Stephen Ames poked the bear?
absolutely,
Did he poke the bear?
absolutely,
He poked the
no
bear like
question.
Roy Sabatini type. So
Mm,
I mean, it's
Sergio, same situation. The slow
so
play
I
stuff. Yeah,
guess as golf fans, Doug, we can thank Colin. We appreciate it for
we
going out there and publicly being an ass. I appreciate it, dog. My man.
man.
OCM.
Tiger said basically, I can play here till I'm 60, but you don't know nothing about. Hey, but you don't know about that.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. And
He
thing
hit him
about it
with some
though,
Kendrick Lamar.
but thing about it though, his Collins animosity also makes me believe that it really sparked some curiosity. Like, man, I really want to see if Tiger can do this shit myself, right? So, I mean, he ain't fooling nobody. He still believes too. He still
When's
believes.
the last time Colin Montgomery's name was in a headline or name was brought up in golf on any golf media outlet? It's been a while. So for him to say some dumb stuff, I'm so glad. But Tiger be checking people. Will, like, if there's anything that I've learned about Tiger Woods is he checks you with his play. He'll say
Yes.
something slick, you know what I'm saying? But he. I mean, look, like your point. Stephen Ames came out
Yeah.
and got his ass beat. What 9-7 or 8-7 in that match play event? Man, like
Yeah.
I feel like that we're reliving that moment where
Yeah.
Tiger was coming into the Open. He was trying to figure out what's cracking, but now he poked the bear. Tiger's gonna come in with that little chip on his shoulder, and
Yeah.
um and and
I ain't,
and and. But the
I,
thing
I ain't
about it is, though, too, Will. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
say I ain't seen Colin Montgomery name since the '05 Senior Open. Uh, I'm
That he
just kidding.
lost.
They lost. They lost. Yeah, when these people
Oh shit.
gonna realize that Tiger man, that man, he ain't about the trends, man. He swings a pendulum himself. He got the pendulum. When they gonna realize
He's.
that?
I I don't think they ever will, man. I think when you the goat and you goated, knighted with the goat, bad goat. I think people gonna always, have something to say and take a shot at you, man. And um, Colin, what they call him, Monty. I don't think he need to keep his mouth shut. I mean, for
Nah,
real, because you
nah,
know how that go.
Monty get it. He leveraging saying Tiger's name so he can get his name back relevant. Because
Oh no, 100%, no, 100%.
this is the first time I ever seen Monty on my Instagram feed ever. It was quite a moment in golf for me. It was a serious moment.
That man predated. He predated Instagram and stuff with his golf. I mean, shoot. Look. Just take it. Let's take a peek. I'm gonna start at the end of Colin. His career. When you look at his European Tour playoff record, let's start there. He's 0-7. 0-7 in
Yeah,
playoffs. He lost a playoff
yeah,
to Lauren Roberts and Ernie Els in '94 at the U.S. Open. He
yeah,
Colin Morikawa was the almost coulda, woulda, shoulda been dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
when you look,
yeah,
the last win. the last time he hoisted a trophy, it was at the Smurfit Kappa European Open in 2007.
Oh, I
I
remember
think
that.
I'm saying that. You remember the Smurfit? I mean, he beat
Oh, yeah,
Nicholas
that's right.
Fat. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nicholas Fat. Like he busted his ass.
yeah, yeah. The
That was
Smurf.
it. That
Yeah, that was it was 9 of them of I don't know. I know. I remember that.
all I'm saying is when we look at his body of work, he shouldn't even bring Tiger Woods' name up.
Nah,
Let's just be clear. But look, Will, bringing people's names up, this is part of where we get situational, and we're talking about Tiger Woods, but then we got to switch it into like, you know, odds who we think is going to get this W, because I'm gonna take it back to you. The last time this tournament was contested at Troon was 2016, and that was a slugfest between Henrik Stenson and Phil Mickelson, if you remember
right?
that. I mean, it was
Yep.
just an absolute. Stenson shot 20 under par, and you know what's funny? Like that was the same winning score at the PGA Championship. I don't remember people talking smack about how low that championship was. It was just a great match between
Yeah, 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 yeah,
between Henrik and Phil, and it was great theater. But then they go to Valhalla this year in the PGA Championship, shoot the exact same number, and then people got. So we'll
yep.
see how this course stands up. They have made some changes, but Todd Hamilton, Justin Leonard, Mark Calcavecchia, Tom Watson, Will. We got a whole litany of people that seem like they're playing good golf right now and can contend for this championship. So if we just go by the numericals, the resounding favorite. I guess who it is? Scotty. Scotty's the resounding
Of course.
favorite, going off at plus 450. But when you
Gotcha.
look at the list, man, this is what we want to see week in and week out. I mean, this is star studded right here.
I mean, it's so star. Doug, I want to challenge you this week. Okay, this
Mm,
I know we always want to. I mean, maybe we have two separate type of picks. All right, one we have who we think going to win, some of the major contenders, Brooks Koepka, Scotty Scheffler, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I want you because we understand what Open Championship golf brings.
yeah.
It's like Southwest. Everybody has a chance to feel like they're the
Everybody's
first.
first class too. Don't forget
Everybody
everybody's
first
first
class
class.
Southwest, right? Southwest plug, aka be on the fairway habitual plug, aka that's
That's
what we
it.
do.
We the plugs.
So,
Shout out Southwest
so,
Airlines.
I want to let's do a bet, Doug.
Bet.
Let's see who will have the better score of the players that are over 50. There are 9 players in the field this week that are over 50. Alex Shaker, Stuart Sink, Darren Clark, John Daly, Ernie Els, Todd Hamilton. Speaking to your boy, he's former winner, which I kind of like.
That's right. Until he's
Patrick
60.
Harrington, Justin Leonard, and I think Phil Mickelson's there as well. So 9 players that are over 50, and we're going to do combined score for 4 days. Who you going with?
Phil Mickelson. No question. 100%.
You going with Phil over Stuart Sink?
Yeah. Did you see what he did here? Like, not well. Granted, yeah, it was 10 years ago, or not 10. It was 8 years ago. But Phil's still playing. He might not be playing at the highest level of his life, but we're talking over 50 guys that can get it done. He still hits it plenty far, straight enough. Knows the course, has been in the trenches. We just talked about how he and Henrik Stenson went back to back, blow for blow. Final round, I think it was 64 to 63 in that final round. So I don't see Calc beating him. I don't see Todd Hamilton beating him. I don't see Jacob beating him. I don't see Justin Leonard competing at all.
But
I mean,
Justin Leonard's a former winner here, though, and Todd Helmut's a former winner. You still can,
yeah,
Doug, you know for sure when it's all about good vibes. I've seen you be shitty at a lot of golf courses, but when you go to your favorite course, it's hard. It's hard to beat you, Doug. It is hard to beat you. It's hard to beat you. I'm going with Stuart Sink. I think Stuart Sink is the guy. I mean, his tan is
okay. So
yes, and you're going Phil Mickelson. I'll put whatever money you want up on that. We can put a nice little hundo on your boy Phil. I got Stewie.
what happens? Okay, what if they both miss the cut? So what's the tiebreaker?
It's still scared. It just score. It score.
So if they both miss the cut, it's the lowest score. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm in for the hunt. For the hunt. Go ahead. Count it. Book it right here beyond the fairway. All right.
yes, we
So
got
then, okay, since you
love.
want to talk about the over 50 crowd, let's talk about long shots. Let's talk about non-big names, like non-top 10 players, like we saw last year with Brian Harmon getting the W. Let's talk about those players, Will, that are not in the top 10 in the world right now. So who then, sir, are you going to take right there? Because we're going to break this all the way down. That's what we're doing. Top 10, just to give you some things. We're going to start at number 10 and work our way down. John Rahm, Bryson, Cantlay, Hovland, Morikawa, Wyndham Clark, Ludwig, Schauffele, McIlroy, Scheffler. Those are not people you can pick to win this championship.
I like that. I'm gonna go with Farmer Insurance Open champion Matthew Pavone.
I didn't think you'd reach there.
Uh,
And I don't hate it. I don't hate the pick, but that one, I'm not gonna lie, you caught me off guard with Matthew Pavone. I'm not even the Frenchman coming out of nowhere.
Richmond come out of nowhere. Yes, sir. My man is, he's 31 years of age. I think he's mature enough to kind of get around his golf course now. You know, he got 6 professional tour wins. I think this is what he does. You know, he's familiar with European golf, obviously. I think I don't think I think he has something to prove. I really think he has something to prove this week. So Matthew Pavone.
Okay, outside the top 10. Gosh, I like I like all the stuff you just said. It was
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
very
No,
good story.
I mean, I know you like my reach, but it just
No,
I
I
just what
liked
it
it.
is.
I appreciated it, man. Like, nah, I was just not prepared for you to, be
Yeah,
so well articulated right there. And
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my goodness, I here's who I want to say. Here's what I want to
Okay,
say. I want to say Aaron Rye. I
here
want to.
he is due.
Aaron
I'm
Rye.
not mad at that. I am
Aaron
not.
Rye, the Englishman. He's played in a final pairing in the last couple weeks. He's played well. He's been trending, as they say.
Yep.
Oh, but you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me.
Oh, so you did a Mickey Flicky on the Floyd. You
No, I said
went.
that's who I wanted. That's who I want to pick, but I'm not.
Oh,
But
you doing something?
I
That's
saw
some
some greatness, and I think this man's putter has finally woken up, and I think he's shaking out some cobwebs. I'm going Justin Thomas for my outside the top 10 pick. Going off at, where'd he go? I just saw it, plus 6,000. Justin Thomas. I
that
think,
I know. Yeah. See, bro. That's yes. He is outside the top 10, but that's a bullshit pick, though.
how's a bullshit pick? It
Nah,
fits the
that
regiment that we.
yeah, but I ain't the same caliber of lane of picking that. That's bull. No,
It
no.
meets the criteria that we set
Yeah,
forth.
that you bent that. You've been in this criteria. That's some bullshit. No, so, not Justin. Not a former. Not a former consistent top.
Not a former top tenor.
Not a major
Okay.
winner as of the last 2-3 years. No, 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 no.
Okay.
Or,
All
you
right.
know,
You really want me to pick out? Okay, fine.
if,
You don't like Justin Thomas?
if you had your major
I
pick, and you know how you pick in tiers, Justin Thomas and Matthew Pavone would not be in the same tier.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that. So to that statement, I'm gonna go on the other league. I'm going with Joaquin Neiman. There you
Joaquin,
go. Since I can't pick JT, I'm going Joaquin Neiman. That's gonna be my outside top 10 pick.
that's some bullshit too, Doug. That's some
He's
bullshit too.
never won a major.
But
He's never
but
won a major.
Joaquin
How is this?
Joaquin Joaquin was top 15, top 10 before he left PGA Tour when to live. Like, no, you no, just
How
go
is
pick
how?
somebody who's in the same category, that same lineup. You can't pick Joaquin. Nah,
He's
nah.
not in the Aaron Rye. Aaron Rye.
All right, there you
Fine.
go, Aaron Rod.
It
Aaron Rod.
negated two of my picks. I followed the rules and I
That's
got
not fair.
shunned.
That's not fair. That's
Not
not fair.
fair.
I mean, you know what?
You picked Pavon. You could
I
have picked the same
I
MFers that I picked. You
I
picked Pavon.
I'll let you because you bailing out with the names because I know how I call him Pavone. I know how Pavone move. I know how he did. I know how he did. I know he finished top 12 in the Masters this year. I know he just barely missed a cut at PGA Championship. I know this guy is trendy. He's built to win his championship, top 5 in the U.S. Open this year. I know how he move. I know how he move out here, cuz I'm telling you, you just can't be just somewhat silently
I can't pick
banned.
Justin. I can't pick Justin. I
You can
can't
have a
pick.
little ragged Justin. Have a
No, I
little
can't.
ragged Justin. You can have a
No,
little ragged
no.
Justin.
Just to make you feel the best that you can feel. I'm going with Aaron Rice since I'm not allowed to pick
Nah,
former top 10
you
players
look
in the
like
world.
you look like a guy would pick a guy with 2 first names. So go. You got Justin Thomas. Go ahead. Let's go. You got Justin Thomas. I got Matthew Pavone. So we're gonna
Okay,
make right.
so since you want to cry and complain, now let's go ahead. Top 10 picks. Go ahead and take Scotty because I know that's how you feel.
Ain't nobody
I'm taking Ludwig. You take Scotty because that's how you pick. You pick the
I
top
I
tier
I
Cadillac
ain't
Rolls
taking
Royce pick.
I ain't taking Scotty. See there. I ain't taking Scotty.
Sucker,
You sucker MC 3rd degree. I ain't taking
call
Scotty.
me sire.
I'm taking. I ain't taking Scotty. I'm gonna take. This is a good one right here.
You know what? Can I rescind my Aaron Rod pick?
I'm taking Roy. I'm taking Roy McIlroy on this one.
Oh, okay. I'm going to step outside of the criteria just because I feel like it.
Okay.
I know we said top 10, and you got all your critiques and criticisms. I'm going to pick the 11th player in the world. How about that?
That sounds
The
about right.
11th.
Yep. Go
The
ahead.
11th. I'm
Who
going
you
with
got?
Saith Thagala. Saith Thagala.
Saith the
How
guy.
about that?
Okay.
I'm going
Okay.
to. Can I get Saith, please? Can I get Thagala? Can I
Okay.
have him?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so
That's not bad.
I'm going with Phil in the over 50. I'll
Right.
go Aaron Rye outside the top 10 or
Okay.
long shot, whatever you want to call it. I'm going Saith Thagala as my overall number 1 pick for this championship.
I got Stewie Sinky. All
The
about
kitchen.
pots. The kitchen. What I got right now because I ain't got this done. I'm going with the kitchen sink. In over 50, I'm going Matthew Pavone, and I'm going with Roy McIlroy. I think that's it. I think that's it
Yeah,
right
all
there.
right, we got to get everybody else's picks. All right, look, on the IGs, on the YouTubes, when this come out, we need to know your pick. The over 50 crowd, we need that first pick. We're going to need your outside the top 10 pick, but it can't be someone that used to be in the top 10 or somebody that was
Yeah.
on the periphery or has contended in a major or has ever played on the PGA Tour per Will's description. So somebody like that. So, and then your top 10. Who in the top 10 are you going to take? Hey, you know what though? Sidebar, completely unrelated. We
Hit
black
me.
people, so let's this is ungolf related, so I don't
This
care.
Afro is this one brought to you by Afro Sheen, our Afro
This,
American talk.
you know what? This actually might be brought to you by Afro Sheen. This might be brought to you by Jet Magazine and Dudley's. How about
This
that?
brought to you. Hey, this brought to you by So Glow. I can't get my melody right. Never mind. Go ahead.
Just let your okay. All right. Anyway, but
Hey,
it is in the hair
hold on.
realm.
Hey, Dougie, that dude left the couch like this. He saw this big old Jericho juice. All right, go ahead. All right, my fault. So
Gotta
Glow.
wipe it down. Gotta wipe it
Hey,
down.
hey, can you explain to our white listener what's
Soul Glow was activated. It was Jerry Curl activator juice. You got to keep your hair moistened and dripping. So the Afro American had to curl on the way down. It needed that weight so you could get that
You know
curl.
what? You know what, Dougie? Hold on. You know what? I think white people to Jericho juice is what hair mousse is to black people. I heard about hair mousse, but I don't know what it does.
Okay,
I think that's the
I
thing.
can see how you can say that. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I can
Like
see
black
that.
people don't really
I
know what
can see
Jericho
that.
juice is, and I don't really know what hair mousse is.
All right,
But I've
so
heard about it.
well, now that we've been through all this segment is now brought to you by Murray's. Okay, in the orange can. Go ahead and slick your shit down, Murray's. Uh, so,
Murray.
so look, Barber's got to be stopped. Let me just get here. Barber's got to be stopped.
Okay.
I understand the talent and the technique it takes to be a barber. Okay, but what I can't stand and justify is the fact that I go get a haircut for $60 with a beard. All right, I just say I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get all the situation handled for $60, $70, $75 with a tip. But that's out in the city. I come to Columbus, Ohio. It's been a couple days, so you can't see the freshness that I had exhibited. I got my hair cut. Dude told me with the beard, line up, shape up, everything I normally get. Dude told me $25.
Oh, he got to be closing up shop. He got to be losing money. He losing money now.
He told me 25. Told me $25.
That's crazy, Doug. I'm gonna fly up there and get my beard trimmed.
Bruh. That's why I had to talk to somebody about it because I felt so guilty of his price. I gave him
Facts.
50. I gave
Facts.
him 50. Like, and matter of fact, I gave him 50 and saved $10. What kind of shit is
Facts.
that?
Facts.
Anyway,
I
this is
think
completely unrelated to the British Open, but I just had to
Dougie,
tell somebody. Like,
no, Dougie, we can stay on this conversation because I remember when I was playing the mini tours all and have a dollar to my name. I can't tell you how hot and stanky my face looked because I couldn't afford a $40 shape up. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
$40 shape up. I
Man,
got you, dog. Come holler at
dog,
me. I got you with the shape up.
shapes
$40.
up, shape up. It was $35, $40. And then you can't be the black man that don't tip. So I'm giving my last $5 for real to tip. I
See,
can't
but
do it,
that's what
dog.
I don't understand about this new era of like black mini tour players. I know a friend of mine. I'm not gonna say no names. Christian Heavens. I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
My man get a haircut every like 8 days. My man get a haircut
Yeah.
like at $50. You know what I'm saying? I said like that on
Yeah.
purpose so you understand what I'm saying. $50. How
Yeah.
you get a haircut every two? Say you get one haircut every 2 weeks, right? That's
Yeah.
$100. That's almost an entry fee of some gas to an entry fee for a mini tour event. You know what I'm
It was
saying? I
either
know that it's more than that for me. I am aware, but I'm just making an analogy
true,
that Will, you had to do. We both have been there where you got to decide between some golf and a haircut.
bro.
You know, and you become to Columbus, Ohio, you can afford both. How about that?
Bro.
You can go
And I
practice
and I
and
think
get a haircut. Look fresh as
and I
hell.
think that I think me not being able to have a haircut when I needed to contribute to my hair my D line my hairline dehydration. And I
Yeah,
think and I think that's why it's the price gouging, dog. And whoever is the president need to really go back and think about this gouging of cutting hair on faces. It just can't be the same no more.
Will, you talk about presidents. Uh, Donald Trump getting shot at and
Yeah.
assassination attempt on a former president. Look, I was kind of shook, man. Like there's no place for violence in politics. Like I get that they can push the button for some violence and stuff. I get that. But as far as like our election process, you gotta maintain a certain degree of integrity there.
100%.
But as I was shocked to see what had transpired in Pennsylvania, what I was not prepared for, Will, was the fact that Donald Trump, after being nearly killed, made his tea time the next morning at Trump Bedminster. That's what
Yeah,
got me messed up. I was like, bruh, you got to the course the next day, but he had bandage at the RNC on his ear. I didn't see enough video, of him playing golf that next morning. But I feel like I didn't see the bandage. But I imagine there would be one because they said that
uh,
he got that Evander Holyfield ear
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
That
um,
Doug. I was baffled too. He's going out there. He's going out there playing golf the next day. I heard that he made like a 25-foot putt. He referenced to the crowd. See, unlike the shooter, I don't miss. Wild,
he did
completely wild,
gangster. I'm sorry, I was
wild.
not prepared.
And then
I'm
and
not
then he
prepared for that.
and then he shows up to the RNC with a tea bag on his ear. Completely had me baffled too, right? And so I was just trying to figure out like what's really happening here. Again, don't really condone the violence.
No, don't, you can't
We, we,
condone it. Like my
we,
man,
we
he was this close from being gone,
yeah,
literally. Like
he was just close for us saying a prayer. Like, I mean, we still
man,
saying prayers for his safety, but he was just close from like
yep,
on
he was
some
gone.
stuff that he was about to be on some stuff that we heard our parents had to go through with the loss of
Hmm.
JFK and the loss of
Yeah, yeah.
Reagan
Martin
being
Luther
shot,
King.
et cetera, Martin Luther King, all that. So
Yeah.
Robert Kennedy, et cetera. So yeah, that was sad, and I'm glad that he didn't have to
Hey,
uh,
but
face it that way.
politics aside, politics
Politics.
aside,
Uh-huh.
that's some gangster shit though.
What
Like
to say
you
that?
get shot, you get shot and make your tea time the next day.
That's that's a hell of a love for golf.
I'm sorry, I don't
Hell
love golf that much. I don't love it that much to get. But
of,
shit. Hey, tell them I'm gonna be 10 minutes behind tomorrow. I gotta go ahead and get this fixed. But let them
yeah,
know I'm on the way.
yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
getting shot, basically getting his ears pierced. The motherfucker going to go play 18 holes And I do wonder with near death experiences, will he be more honest on the scorecard? I do wonder that because sometimes when you get close to death, you kind of see
Well,
things differently in life. So I'm curious on that.
I tell you what, well, Will, we knew where he was. He was at the golf course. Where the hell are you at?
Man, I'm down here. We're talking about goats and stuff. I'm
Like
gonna go. We didn't talk about goats. Oh, we talked goats before we pushed the red
we
button. Sorry. Anyway,
okay.
yeah. Well, we talking about Tiger Woods, who is the goat. I'm here on Goat Island, Jupiter Island, um, doing some
Hold
TGL,
on.
doing some TGL stuff here. I represent the Jupiter Links Golf Club, and I had an opportunity.
Y'all need a hand sign or something.
Yeah. Jupiter Links Club, who out here set
Like,
tripping. So
like
anyway, we did some content at the Players Performance Lab, the TGL Performance Lab. Today and
okay.
yesterday, wrapping up, and it was cool, kind of seeing the whole how it works. And this TGL, it's gonna pop off. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice, and I can't wait for it to start. It's gonna start back. It's gonna start in January.
I feel like you can't say much right now. You can just
I
say
can't.
that you was
I
there.
can't.
You
I
you
can't. I
you
can't say.
you signed an NDA or something? What you?
No, I mean, it just like I felt like I'm muted, just like back in the day when Liv first started. We couldn't say much. It was like, yeah,
But that wasn't our fault. That wasn't our fault. But
well,
we were
yeah,
muted.
we were muted.
That's
So
fair.
yeah, I'm mute-ish right now, but not like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Understand? Oh, let me stop. I'm wilding right now.
Hey,
Okay, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what? It's funny you say that. I was having a conversation with a homie yesterday, and they were talking about we talking about the podcast, on network, off network, whoop de woo, and they was like, Doug, y'all ever, not been able to say something? And I kind of looked at the homie and I was like, Brandel Chamblee. Claude
Brandon
Harmon
Shampoo.
called him out on Twitter. We scheduled a conversation with Brandel to do the pod right here beyond the fairway, and NBC was like, "Hey, y'all need to talk to Brandel about some books. And don't bring up nothing about
No,
the
that was the
beef."
worst.
And it
That was
was
the worst. That was the
that was
worst
the worst.
interview. That was the worst interview. I was like, man, Brent. I was almost tell Brent, get off. Like, bro, what are you
Like,
doing?
bye,
Yeah,
Brandel. Like,
you had your balls
it's,
clipped. We had our balls. We had both our balls clipped at the same time. So let's get
we
off
couldn't
of this.
say nothing,
Man,
man. But
man. Hey, you see, you
I
see, you see
it's a
this real
fine
quick.
line, man.
You
Go
see,
ahead.
this is Jubilant Links logo, by the way.
On the hat. Let me see. Get it tight. Let me see. Get it in here. Let me see.
I know I'm
Take
too
it off
pumped.
so I can see it. Put it on the camera.
No, I ain't trying to have my
You've been
headline
taking
up.
you've been taking your hat off lately for other events, and now you ain't gonna do it here.
It's worse. It's worse. Because I ain't even have time to get my hair done. It's just worse. It's worse. Cause
Well,
it's out here.
You got about
Oh,
two and a half
nah.
two and a half
I might
years.
I might cut this thing off. I might cut this thing off birthday because I'm getting tired of myself. And
We gotta talk about this birthday, man. We gotta talk about
I ain't never really been tripping on the hairline being shown. I really never cared because I'm always a strategist and I feel like I can kind of have people bring in
you can tell a
conversation.
story around it, right?
Yeah, I love
Storytelling.
it. And I love it because you should see some of the greatest people and well-known influence in the world talk about my hairline. But I'm at the top of the conversation at the table. That's what I'm saying. But
It's a strategy. It's a strategy.
it is strategy. It's strategy. It's strategy to everything. Cause you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
All right. I can dig it.
uh, um, I might cut this thing off September. I might cut this thing off.
All right. Well, if you get a haircut in September, we're gonna live stream that. It's gonna be live to the world. I don't care. We're gonna be like,
Yeah,
Will says goodbye. It's gonna
yeah,
be the whole situation. We're
Well,
gonna
it's gonna be
sell it
quick.
to
It's gonna be quick the front part, but the back part is gonna
we
take
gonna
a while.
have we gonna have Stylecraft or Babyless or one of them clipper companies, some shears. We gonna sell the hell out of this thing. I'm gonna have you a moose
Yeah,
company for some moose to have up in there.
yeah, hell yeah. Do
Matter
rag
of you remind me of somebody that would cut their shit off but still wear a wave cap. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got bald cats that just they still got their hat on and they wave caps. Like, bro, you ain't had no hair. Why you got a wave cap?
You mind me cat to wear Invisalign and still brush your teeth while it's on. So it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. You can't try to crush
I
it.
love how you try, joke.
It ain't, it
You
ain't,
are
it ain't trying. It ain't trying. It's so fat.
that
Let me
boy
tell you.
try
Let
the
me tell you.
jokes.
I'm the king. I'm the king at roasting. But you can't try to roast somebody and then try to the key part of roasting is I don't know if I get that. Nah, cuz it's cold, cuz you can't kill it like that. You can't. People laughing at the crib.
Okay,
People laughing at the crib.
I believe you.
I'm saying.
I'm not angry about it, man. I'm not angry about it. I'm still on these picks, man. Look, Aaron. I'm back on Aaron Rye. Look, I know we talk about hairlines, but the hair with I don't know if you've seen Aaron's arms, but that's how I got back thinking about Aaron Rye. So don't get
Yeah,
mad at me. Finish.
if I can get a line of the stuff that's on his arm to put right here, then if I can get that LeBron James where it show up the next day and then disappear, I'll go to that. I'll go to that.
Well, as we wrap this up though, just I'm trying to put a bow on Open Championship because this is my favorite major. As I peer back to last week's top 10, we had 14 players inside the top 10. Okay. Similar golf course, blah, 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 blah. Your boy is there. He finished 10th. Vicky P. Or excuse me, you said Matthew Pavone. Victor Perez. Same, another Frenchman. But when I look at the top 10 in the names, Adam Scott, Bobby Mack, Aaron Rye, McElroy, Sung J M, Syed Thagala, Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Aberg, Wyndham Clark, Corey Connors, Alex Noren. I don't know who Mansell is, but I'm sure we'll figure out who he is soon. And then Tom Kim and Xander Schauffele shortly there, in the top of 15. But can somebody in this space go ahead and take it next week? Take the claret jug? That's where I'm trying to because I got to get my bets in, right? So
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out if one of these players, I feel like Bobby Mack, he's going to be too drunk and hungover, coming off his country's open, winning the Scottish. I don't think he's going to be able to stand next week.
Right. I mean,
I like
think
my Thagala pick, man. I really am comfortable with it.
Yeah, I like Thagala. Xander, could it be a Taylor Pendrith? I think Open. I don't think Open Championship is going to be a big name winning because when you think about the previous Open champions, this is where you heard of. Even though he didn't win, this is where you heard of a John Vanderveld. This is where you heard of Ben Curtis.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. This is where you heard of Ben Curtis winning back in 2000, I believe. Right. This is where Padraig Harrington got his back-to-back Open wins. So like, I don't know if you're going to get the typical guy that is is a world beater. So
Well, if we go back through the champions, we'll go back 6 years. You're talking Brian Harmon, Cameron Smith,
yeah,
Colin Morikawa,
yeah,
Shane Lowry, Francesco Molinari, Jordan Spieth, Henrik Stenson, and before that, Zach Johnson.
yeah.
Woo!
And this year you might have a damn Bryce Garnett. I mean, Bryce.
Is he even in the field? But I like the pick. But I don't know. You might have a Bryson DeChambeau with 2 majors in the same. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it, man. Royal Troon, that's the site of this year's Open Championship. What number is this? 152nd playing of the Open. Look, when did it start being called the Open and not just the British Open? I feel like I've been lied to. Like it's still the Can we call it the British Open still? No,
they
is that
changed
rude? Is that culturally insensitive?
Yeah, they changed that. Like they pulled the wool over our eyes. It was 07, 08ish, 09ish. The
I
British Open.
guess.
I don't know. Don't get me lying, but it was around that time because I remember out of nowhere. I was like, "Where the British go?" It was British. They left. It just open. You know how important you got to be just to be called the Open, and that was the RNA was like, "We know what we doing. We ain't got to declare ourselves. We open, cuz we just open. Everybody else better be declare themselves U.S. Open, whatever other opens out there, but we just open." And they got it right. RNA know what they doing. Hey, that's the home
Sorry,
of golf.
I just started thinking about after the winner has been crowned and they bring him up to speak to the audience. But before they do that, Will, they say something very iconic and something that I've always longed to hear won't happen.
Hold on,
But they'll
hold
say,
on, Dougie, hold on. I know I hate to interrupt you. You can sorry. My producer want me to put my hat back on. No, we doing a do-rag sponsorship. Go ahead. I know you was in your monologue. Go ahead, Dougie.
"Oh, it's all good." My favorite part of the Open, after all the putts have dropped, shots have been hit.
Right.
It's just a quick little sentence at the end, and the sentence starts, "And the champion golfer of the year is."
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part. I ain't gonna lie to you. After everything, the pageantry
Yep.
of the post tournament at the Open
Facts.
Championship, second to none. I don't care. I don't care.
Facts.
Like, to be called the champion golfer of the year sounds absolutely dope as hell.
And
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 I can't wait to see who's gonna earn that title. I don't know.
and
Somebody's gonna
and,
win it.
and because of that same very gentleman you speak of, this is the only time I think about Hunter Mahan. This is the only time. Hunter Mahan. Only time I think about this guy.
All right, well, as we wrap up, I hate to do it, but I gotta ask you, where does Tiger finish? Mm.
I'm getting a top 15 this week.
Tiger top 15.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Not because I work for him, but he getting top 15 this week. If I was
Well,
trying to kiss his ass, I'll say top 5, but I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just being coming from the heart. Top 15. Jupiter Links Golf Club, baby. That's what we're talking about. TGL out here in these streets. Tomorrow's Golf Elite. You want to call it. Habitual plug.
But you do realize though, Tiger did compete in that Open Championship. He played that final pairing with Francesco Molinari that year.
Yeah.
Just saying.
This is where you use more the ground game, Doug. This is why I think Tiger can do what he do.
Yeah, I hear you, but he did miss the cut at St. Andrews in 2022. Just saying, didn't play last year. See you anyway. Yo, let us know, where's Tiger finish? Who's your winners? Listen, like, subscribe. Go ahead and do all that. Get them updates. If you're listening to this, make sure you head over to YouTube. Go ahead and follow the Cross-Handed page there, the Cross-Hand Golf page, Cross-Hand Productions. That's where we brought to you by. Will, it's going to be a good week. I love this championship. I just want to see the weather cooperate. I want the rain sideways, the wind. I want to see guys use the ground, the pot bunkers, hitting it backwards. It's the Open Championship. Get excited.
Yeah. I need them. I need them in the eye of the tornado. I want them in the eye of it. So I'm ready.
Do they
I'm
have
ready
tornadoes overseas?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if tumbleweeds over there, or this only in Texas. I don't know.
Either way,
Arizona.
tumbleweeds were desert.
Okay.
Let's just go with wind and rain. Can we get some wind and rain? Somebody cue that up, dear Lord. Wind and rain for this week. Amen.
Yeah. I need.
We'll holler at y'all, man.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.